What's good, YouTube? What's good? What's good? What's good? Oh man, the media, the media just loves KD. Like they can never do anything wrong when it comes to KD. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna cut to the chase. The Boston Celtics will win the NBA Finals. I know I was gonna go through my, predictions and who's gonna advance and who's gonna, obviously, lose. Um, but I'm just gonna cut to the chase. The Boston Celtics is gonna win the NBA Finals. Who will they go up against? They're gonna go up against the Suns because I believe the Suns are that talented offensively that they can squeeze by the Clippers, even though the Clippers are gonna give them a run for their money. I still somehow like the Suns in this series. If Paul George was playing, it would have been a different story, but he's not, and Kawhi Leonard can only do so much. So I picked the Suns to advance, and I picked the Suns to advance to the NBA Finals. Now, who will they face in the Western Conference Finals? Grizzlies or the Kings. Either two of those teams. Because I don't see the Lakers winning at all. And I believe that the Kings are going to knock the Warriors out of the playoffs. Yeah, so it's gonna be the 3 seed versus the 2 seeds. It's gonna be Memphis versus the Kings. So it's gonna be the Kings versus the Suns, and then the Suns is gonna advance. So it's gonna be the Suns versus the Celtics in the NBA Finals, and I got the Celtics winning in six. Um, yeah, but this video is about Kevin Durant. Now, obviously, Kevin Durant is, in some people's opinion, the greatest small forward to ever lace up a basketball or to ever lace up a pair of chucks. Um, but the notion that, oh, the Suns team is unstoppable, it's ludicrous because this is the exact same Suns team that went to the finals 2 years ago. They got hammered by the Bucks. Now, obviously, they didn't have KD, um, but now that they got KD, they gave up a chunk of their offense, or they gave up a chunk of their defense to get KD. Now, obviously, KD is a willing defender. I'm not gonna say he doesn't play defense. He's a willing defender. He will be willing to block shots if he can, because he spends so much time on offense, he doesn't even remotely try on defense. You know what I'm saying? So, and that will be the Suns' downfall because their bench is not good and they rely on their starters heavy, and that's going to be their downfall. You take the Knicks and the Cavaliers, for example. Who has the better bench between those two? My Knicks, right? So, and the bench is a key role in any championship team. If you have a great bench, sky is the limit, like Biggie Smalls, right? Like sky is the limit if you have a great bench. If you have a sucky bench, you're gonna rely on your starters to get you out the mug more times than ever, because your bench is not good. And that's what the Suns lack. The Suns don't have a great bench. Who has a great bench between the Suns and and the Celtics? The Celtics have a big, great bench. I mean, hell, they're starting five. All of their starting five, except for White, can play defense, and that's gonna give the Suns trouble. That's gonna give the Suns trouble. So the fact that Vegas got everybody hyping up the Suns like they won 6 championships, which they never won any championships, and KD's going to an organization yet again with zero expectations that never won anything. That's the one thing about KD. He has very bad decision making. Now I'm not saying that he should go to a team with a championship aspiration like he did with the Warriors. Like I don't think he wanted to do that again. He didn't want to go to Miami Heat because of LeBron James. Because if he had went to Miami Heat, they would say, oh, wait a minute, didn't LeBron James go to Miami Heat? Like, or he could have gone back to his hometown in Washington. I don't think he wanted to waste his time over there neither. Because John Wall was already out the door anyways. So he was going to be Bradley Beal and Kuzma, like KP, So it wouldn't be a bad squad, don't get me wrong, but, there's a reason why the Warriors, or not the Warriors, the Wizards didn't make the play-in tournament. So, he decided to go to the Suns, another super team, if you want to call them a super team. I don't consider the Suns a super team at all. But he just makes poor decision making, to be honest with you. He had a very good situation with the Brooklyn Nets. I don't know why he left that. You know what I'm saying? They had a pretty good record. Right now they're down 0-2 to Philly. I believe they will play with a certain urgency. I don't think they're gonna get swept because when I was doing my predictions, I had every single team in 6. Nah, not including the play-in tournament. I had every team in 6. So I do believe they can get 2 games. Even the Hawks, I believe the Hawks can get 2 games at home. So all is not lost for the Nets, which it will come time to face the Piper, but not right now. I still have doubts, or I still have questions about Philly. Because they're not facing they're facing the damn Nets for crying out loud. And Boston's facing the Hawks. Milwaukee's facing their biggest competition against the Heat. You know what I'm saying? And Tyler Hero is going to be out for the whole entire series. So, they already stole one at home. Bucks came back, put the clamps on them without Giannis. And Barkley was saying a very interesting topic. He said that Milwaukee have a better chance of winning a series without Giannis than Miami Heat did, or Miami Heat has with Tyler Hero. Because Tyler Hero is probably Miami Heat, 50% offense? I'm not saying that Tyler Hero is the go-to guy, but when you need a bucket, you go to that guy. Now, Duncan Robinson was there. Was that for them when they went to the championship or when they faced the Lakers in the bubble? But he just disappeared. He fell out of their rotation, and he just never was heard or seen from again until now. So, the Suns are just not there yet. Just give them next year, because Kevin Durant only played how many games with them? 21? So this is the Nets all over again. This is the Nets all over again. But obviously this time, Kevin Durant does have a legitimate big man in Aiden. So And I think that's what the Nets was lacking was rim protection, which obviously the Nets have. I mean, the Suns have. Um, so that's probably going to take care of itself. But like I said before, man, the NBA know what they're doing. You know, everybody's on the Nets bandwagon or on the Suns bandwagon. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. You know, you pick who you think is going to win. But I've seen this 1,000 times. I've seen this 1,000 times and 1,000 times and 1,000 times. You know, like they're not going to crown you just because you have the players that you have on your team. You know, like, come on. You know, like nobody thought that Detroit Pistons was going to beat the Lakers. But what did the Pistons that year have that the Lakers didn't? They had every single player on that team that could play defense. Rashid, Ben, Hamilton, Chauncey, Prince. They all had pretty good defense to shut down the Lakers. Because once you shut down Shaq, you forced Kobe to shoot, and Kobe was young at the time. It was just a winning recipe, you know. Now, obviously, people can say, well, they could have, you know, three-peated or two-peated or whatever. They just ran into a very good, they just ran into a very good Spurs team. Everybody was young in that Spurs team. Young Tony, young Parker. I say young Tony Parker. Young Tony Parker, young Manu Ginobili, young Tim Duncan. So, yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. But the Suns are not going to win it. You know, I mean, if you would have done a poll right now, everybody would have picked the Suns. Because it's obviously, right? You know, the Suns have a better starting five. They have a somewhat shaky head coach. They never won anything. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, you know? So just give them one more year. Just give them next year, and I'm pretty sure they're going to have their best start in a long time. They might even win 60 plus years. I mean, 60 plus wins. Because if you really think about it, this year, who cracked the 60 mark? No team. No team cracked the 60 mark. Everybody was either 40 or 50 under, which is weird because I believe last year, I forgot what team hit the 60 mark. Like no team this year cracked the 60 mark. Everybody was either 40 or 50 under. You know what I'm saying? Which was weird because it wasn't like there was a lockout or anything. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I got the Celtics winning it all, the championship. Like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.